everybody. Hola, ciao, salut, annyeong. I'm doing a short greeting today because it's the middle of the day or past the middle of the day and I'm starting my video now, but in all fairness, I've been busy. What a surprise. That little mess that you got a glimpse of in the background was my promotion for my home business. I got an order yesterday, which I think I showed you, and I didn't get a chance to, they want to say hello? Hola! Pardon the mess on the floor. It was raining today, so they dragged in some mud. Gotta get to that later. But yes, yesterday I didn't get a chance to work on the promo. I was working on the vlog and we went to bed a little bit late, and I also wasn't that motivated, which we can talk about in a little bit. Right now I have to get ready for a volunteer meeting that we're gonna have on Zoom. Today's gonna be our first meeting since COVID took over everything and kind of drew us apart. We also had some soldiers who were away for a while. With COVID canceling everything, the most we could do was provide virtual support and say, here, we're here. If you need anything, please let us know. Me being immunosuppressed, obviously I would have to delegate, but people coming in contact with me, I shared with you that the most I had were people on the phone who were expressing how frustrated they were, how difficult it was for them emotionally and mentally, and with the spouse not being home and dealing with everything by themselves with kids and daycares closing, schools closing. So I had to tap into what little I know about consoling people and comforting people, especially from my own experience, and everything turned out okay. But that's the most that we were doing as volunteers, was basically supporting people. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for that meeting now. I'll see you guys afterwards. My husband will probably be home later too, but we are gonna talk about motivation. It's really important. The meeting is over, and obviously I had a wardrobe change because we're gonna go walk the doggies, but I wanted to show you before we left. This was a perfect representation of all the things that happen in my life in one table. Here I have my home business stuff, which is on pause because the printer is busted, but there's all my home business stuff. Underneath is my teaching stuff, more home business stuff, and then here I had the meeting. Fortunately, you can't see anything that's around the meeting, but it was funny, and I was trying not to laugh so hard as I looked at everything that was around the computer and noticing nobody knows the mess that I have right here. Anywho, the doggies are very excited because we're gonna go on a walk. They already recognize our walking clothes and our walking shoes, so they've just been clicking their little nails around the house like crazy and demanding that we hurry up. I would show you the bedroom, but we have a mess. Oops. ¿Qué fue, Lali? To do, and neither of us wants to cook nor really have the energy to cook, so he's placing an order for a pizza for himself because obviously I can't eat it, and I'm just gonna make myself some of that frozen pasta that I have that actually doesn't make me sick. But while we do that, I wanted to share with you a very small part of how we're spending our, what is it called, stimulus check. We are using part of it to recuperate what we took out from our savings to pay off that student loan I told you about. But the other part is we're going to get some things that we've been holding off on because they don't really fall within our budget. I've mentioned that we have a very strict budget, not necessarily tight. We just really stick to it because we both have student loans and we're preparing for the future so we can have a family. So we hold off on a lot of trips and expensive things, things that we consider luxuries, but somebody else might consider a necessity. This one, for example, is not really a necessity, but it is helpful to have, and you'll see right now. Some people know this as a Squatty potty. We just got it like a bamboo footstool for the toilet. The way this helps me is when I'm cramping up, I can put my legs up and just hunch over a little bit without really curling up into a ball. And ever since they changed our toilet into a water efficient toilet, it's a lot higher and I don't really reach the floor. So we've been using some of our storage bins as footstools for me, and now we finally have this. Some assembly required, clearly. Got some instructions here. Should be fairly simple if they only have one sheet with pictures. That's how I do things. Don't judge me. How can this be the outside? Okay. He just came across something new. Keep screaming. He's ordering from Domino's Pizza, and he got this up for the first time. Okay, this goes obviously around the toilet, and then you put your feet up. It also brings a little phone holder. That was not hard at all. Super simple. So that's it. We don't do a lot of luxurious stuff. What is this?
Foot massager.
It brings a foot massager. Are you kidding me? Seriously?
Yeah.
All right, time for dinner. I wasn't gonna talk to you until after we had dinner, but I had to show you. My husband's pizza arrived, and this was the cutest thing. They put this on the floor, and they put the pizza on top of it. So the person was literally like came over, put it on the floor, walked away. When we opened the door, he was already by the sidewalk. Obviously, we're still gonna disinfect the box, but
The pizza got a pedestal.
the pizza has a pedestal. Check it out.
Long live the pizza.
Long live the pizza, you're so silly. Okay, my husband and I had dinner. I told you we were going to talk about unmotivation or lack of motivation. So if you don't like real talk, you can go ahead and skip over to the Korean stuff we're going to do later. As you can see, I've been practicing. I shared with you in a previous video, gonna link it above, about how changing careers and being diagnosed with a chronic illness, being invisible to boot, an invisible chronic illness, and moving away from friends and family, thousands and thousands of miles away, seeing them once a year. It's a lot to take in, especially when it all happens in one sitting or all at one time. The thing is that every now and then there are moments of self-doubt, and those moments can actually set you back quite a bit, which is what happened to me last night. I did not work on my vlog. I did not unbox the order that came in for my home business. I did not use my hair max comb. I did not want to do anything last night, which is also why I didn't close yesterday's video. It was all because I was questioning myself. A friend of mine recently started a home business of her own in a different realm, different products, different everything. The point is, it's related. We're both in retails and at home. Her business is booming. I mean, in less than a year, she's achieved so much. And I was asking what I wasn't doing or what decisions I had made that were either holding me back or, in the most awful word that can exist in my life, fail. I still don't find myself being where I want to be, and witnessing a friend of mine achieve what I've been striving for the past 5 years really made me question myself. While I can't answer that question right now, I did take it to heart last night. It really triggered some pretty bad self-doubt, which is normal. You know, you are allowed to have some negative feelings, but what really matters is how you channel them and deal with them. I don't think I did it the best way yesterday by simply letting everything go and not doing anything. But as you can see, I'm back on my feet today. I've been working my butt off trying to catch up. It's just something that happened, and something that I hope, if it does happen to you too, you'll be able to self-assess, analyze calmly and logically, sensibly, not being harsh on yourself or too critical. Just really pin down what is really going on. Why am I where I'm at? what can I do to do better or get better or grow maybe in a different direction, etc. That's where I'm at right now. Again, I don't have all the answers for my own self-doubt that started yesterday, but it's not the first self-doubt trip that I've been on. So if you have questions about your own life and about yourself, really dig into the internet. There's so much information out there. Support groups, talk to other people, follow blogs. You're not the only person out there experiencing what you're experiencing, living what you're going through, or anything life throws your way. Somebody out there is definitely living it too. You just have to find it and maybe even seek some motivation from them, because people who go through a lot try to share their experiences so others don't have to go through the same. Gonna get to this work before it's too late. Gotta wash my hair as well, and we're gonna do the Korean thing before bed, so I'll see you in a little bit. I think at this point we don't have to go over everything all over again, but it is good to review, and I know some people are watching for the first time, and I know that we also don't do this every day, so still let's just do a quick review without explanation. Let's start with our vowels, like always. Make sure I'm still in frame here. We have a, o, u, e. Second derived. Oops, am I still in frame? Sorry. Ya, yo, you. Then adding e over here, we make e and e. Second derived. Ye, yeah. Then we move on to some of our consonants. I'm going to say the name of the consonants and then the sound. Just like in English, we have the name of the letter B that makes the B sound. We have giak, g, nian, n, miam, shiot, s, yang, n. In front of a vowel, when you see things like this, it's silent. Hope I'm not forgetting any. Let's move on to the other letters. When you add some lines to these ones, you make some new ones. This one, for example, becomes digat, d. This one, for example, becomes biap, b. This one becomes giat, j. This one becomes hiat, h. And you know what? Since we've reviewed this quite a bit, I think I'm going to add the last few letters that are missing. The only thing is, I honestly don't know how to distinguish the pronunciation. A friend of mine gave me a very useful link that I'm going to include in the description below that'll help you with the pronunciation. I still just can't get it quite right. Just practicing, but I had the same experience when I was learning French. I just simply could not roll my R's down here, just like a lot of English speakers can't roll their R's here when learning Spanish. R is not something very easy for a lot of people, just like R is not easy for a lot of people. And this one came to me years after learning French. So I'm expecting the same thing here, but maybe not years later. Just I know it's going to take me a while to be able to make the sounds right. Giak becomes kiak. So this is a g, this is a k. Nian becomes digit, digit becomes tiet. So we have n, d, t. On the same line, we have one more, which you write like this. This is called real. Oh, this one I can't pronounce that great, but it's more of a mix between a Spanish R and an L. But you notice that a lot of Asians have difficulty distinguishing between R and L. Stems from this. It's kind of a mix between the two. I still can't pronounce it that great, but when you look at the number yol, which is the number 10, you notice it's an L sound, yol. However, when you look at the word idem, you notice how this is more of a flap. Linguists know what a flap is. It's kind of that soft R in Spanish and a soft D in English. It's idem. It's not a D, it's not an R, it's not an L. It's just a soft touch of the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. So idem, however, yol. So this is a mix between the two. That's the best way I can explain it for now. Then over here, miam becomes biup. Biup becomes piup. P. We have b, p. Remember, linguistic friends, labial, it's all here. B, p. Finally, siot becomes giot, which then becomes chiot. It's a stronger j, but not exactly a ch like chair. I'm telling you, these are harder for me. I'm gonna do my best to learn them really well and explain them the best I can in comparison to languages like English, Spanish, French, and Italian, and give you a basic comparison. Now that we have all of the consonants and most of the vowels, because there are more, they're just not necessary right now, let's review the numbers. We're gonna quiz ourselves, which is what I was doing before I started this. One of the best ways to learn writing a language and remembering vocabulary is to do things by yourself without your notes. So you notice from the very beginning, since we started this whole thing, I try to do this without my notes, and then I go back when I get stuck. That's how you notice where you need help. That's how you know what is already engraved in your mind and what you're very confident in. So I'm going to show you an example right now with the numbers. I've been practicing, just coming to the board whenever I have a bit of a break and just writing what I remember, but I do get stuck. So here we go. Let's start numbers 1 through 10. Hana, 둘, set. It looks a lot like set, but you just change the first consonant right here. Hana, 둘, set, net, 다섯. So we already know, and this is what I always tell my kids when they're learning to read in any language, sound it out. You already know the alphabet, just use the sounds that you know. If you get the writing wrong, or if you were close, then hey, you almost got it. Now you just gotta remember a small detail. I know the sound, da, sot. Now here I don't know if it's the the open O sound, or if it's the closed O, da sot or da sot. So I'm just gonna go with open O, and I'm gonna finish it like this because I know that this letter, even though it's an S sound, when it's a final consonant, it sounds like a T. We're gonna look at that later on. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯? Oh goodness, I'm pretty sure I got this wrong. No, wait. 여섯. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟. Hang on. 여덟, 아홉, 열. Let's see how much we got wrong. So 하나, 둘 is correct. 셋, 넷, 다섯. Hey, I got it right. 여섯. Oh my gosh, I'm actually getting this right. 일곱, 여덟. Missed something here. We gotta fix this. This is actually, don't ask me how this sounds like just one consonant, but this is how you write 여덟, 아홉, closed O, 열. Oh my gosh, I only got one wrong. Do you see the excitement of being able to do this by yourself? If you didn't do this along with me, you see how I just reviewed. Do the same. Grab a piece of paper or download the Korean keyboard on your phone and try to type it out. Or even if you have a little stylus pen like I do on my phone, just go to some app that you can write on and try to do this. Try to do it by yourself and just feel that pride of, oh my gosh, I just learned how to write in a different language with a completely different writing system from the languages that I already know. I think we can cut it short here because I introduced some new consonants and we reviewed numbers 1 through 10 without looking at notes, practicing how to sound out things and use the alphabet that we're learning to do these sounds. So I'm going to leave that there. We just took a shower. It's super late. Gotta go to bed. My husband's already in bed. I still got 11 minutes of this. So I'm going to do it real quick and then I'll show you the total hair loss for today. That's it. 11 minutes are up and here's the total hair loss for today. This is what I used to shed before this whole mess started. And this maybe a little less. But this is including the hair that I shed in the shower. This is my goal or less. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. I'm so psyched to finally get there. I'm gonna put some air dry cream in my hair, go to bed, join my hubby who has to get up in a few hours. I'm going to bed so late. So get some rest, you guys. Stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow.